linked to the science of reading, linked to a meta-analysis of those things that can really make a difference. These plans have been designed looking closely at how we can practically make that work in the classroom. Welcome to the reading comprehension plans. Oh my goodness, these are going to be a game changer. These are going to be a time saver. And what I've done in the design of these reading comprehension plans is taken the smallest amount of time and actually tried to attach them to the most effective things we can do that will really make a difference. Okay, let's have a quick overview of these, and also I do not want you to start teaching these until you have watched the other 3 videos that explain how to lift these off a page. Okay, so let's just consider timetable. We haven't got long, but what amount of time do you need? For these to work, you need every single day half an hour. But in that half an hour, you're going to use them in uniquely different ways. Let's have a look here at how you sort out what is happening in that half an hour. First things first. On a Monday, and we're just going to call it a Monday, on a Monday, that first half an hour is going to be a book talk approach. You're going to have a book talk approach on Monday for half an hour and a book talk approach on Tuesday for half an hour. If you don't know about book talk, then you need to buy Hooked on Books and you need to engage with the online Hooked on Books training. But in a nutshell, book talk. Book talk isn't just have a read and a chitter chatter. Book talk is an approach where we read very deeply. It can be for differentiated groups. It can be for whole class. It can be for mixed attainment pairs. And in that read, we are trying to get children to read deeply in a certain way through the lenses of the reading rainbow, and we want them to construct comprehension answers in talk. We want them to be very formal with high utility words. That's your book talk sessions. Now, your reading plan kicks off here. Now, your reading plans detail the next 3 half an hours. The big picture in a lot of detail, the making meaning mind map session in a lot of detail, and the comprehension session, the demonstration comprehension session. These are half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, and half an hour. And the reading plans act like scripts, guidance, very detailed pathway, stepping stones, as it were, through what you have to do to really make reading be as purposeful as possible. Okay, just so you know, all of these plans are rooted back to the Reading Rainbow, and here's an example of it. And you might want to get your hands on a Reading Rainbow to make the plans have more meaning. But I'm just going to flick through the plan now so you can see what you get. You'll get the big picture session explained in a lot of detail, and you'll be really certain how to work with a main idea and readers' questions. We also talk about how your role as a teacher, when you're working with their main idea, where it would be very guided early on, where we're showing them, you as the expert, and how that might change over the year. So there's this gradual interface between pupils taking on more responsibility to know how to build the main idea. We then have got the reading like a detective session explained, 5 minutes taken for reading, the meaning making map, the reading brain, then demonstration comprehension, where we want children to see us as experts. We co-construct and then move into always Friday having some independent question that we can see what they're capable of by themselves. All through this plan, we've got narrative texts, non-fiction texts, poetry texts, all sort of texts. They are annotated for vocabulary they need and contextual clarification. There's lots of blanks in here for you, lots of scripts, and you're not left once as a teacher not knowing the expectations. As part of this approach, you might want to get your hands on the year-specific high utility words and the reading rainbow symbols. But these plans act as a truly supportive script to bring these fundamental teaching of reading approaches to life in a seriously practical way. Make sure you watch the other films that explain the 3 half an hours, the big picture, really crucial. Then we move into the next section, the making meaning mind map, and finally demonstration comprehension. You need to watch those so you're really certain, the nitty gritty of how you make it come to life in your classroom.